For I am Sith.
You wear the trappings of the Sith, you fight like the Sith, but these can be imitated, however. Sith have no fear, and I sense much fear in you. That was Count Dooku talking to Asajj Ventress in the Clone Wars. This is only one Kenobi here, only one, and I'd like to continue the from my previous video when I talked about potential more Clone Wars card backs for the vintage collection when it comes back, because don't forget we only had 3. We had Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin Skywalker, and Ahsoka Tano, and there's tons more they could bring out. It's got to be the important ones. I said about Rex, and I have mentioned as well Asajj Ventress, so I just want to talk to you about Ventress in this video now. Now, Ventress is one of my favourite female characters ever in Star Wars. It's just a fantastic character. Anyone who swings a red lightsaber around is pretty cool to me. And there she is. This is a figure I picked up of Ventress. It's probably one of the first fully articulated figures I got, and it got me back into collecting when I was in my 30s. Just turned 30 years old, and 36 now, and there you go. It's a brilliant figure, and it's based on how she looks in the CGI animated Clone Wars, which was this line here. So she was pretty cool in that, pretty amazing. And to be honest with you, the figure, that is pretty bang damn accurate, and how she looks in that series, the sculpt or whatever they've done with that is just amazing. It's like pretty much she's just jumped out of the cartoon and into your hands. Yeah, so there you go. That's one figure I have for Ventress. I think there was a couple of others, but this is one I picked up on eBay, and I got it loose, and it didn't come with any lightsabers. I gave her these 2 lightsabers because that's how she started. I don't know if this figure came with red lightsabers or what. As I say, I got it with nothing, but I gave her the blue and the green because that is what she used before she... Well, basically the red lightsabers were a gift from Dooku. Consider these a gift. Because he grabbed the other ones off her and broke them. So anyway, I quite liked her just on the cusp of becoming Sith, swinging these 2 around anyway. Just like, you know, it's just different, isn't it, seeing somebody who's a double blade user. Anyway, so the figure, this is exactly a very good interpretation of how she looked as an animated character in the original Clone Wars animated series, which was this here. And that is pretty much how she looked, with those crazy eyes, those white eyes, sort of pretty evil really. And there you go. And there was one other figure. And the reason, just let me explain why I want to show you these loose, is because I was thinking to myself, you know, how do they base a realistic interpretation of Ventress for the card back and for the figure? Because that is what they went for last time. Obi-Wan Kenobi, they gave him obviously based in the Clone Wars era, which is all animated. There's been no actual movies of that era, apart from, you know, the end of Attack of the Clones. It's Ewan McGregor. They popped his head on, so they've given an animated thing a realistic dimension, which is great. I liked that concept. You know, I'm sure you know what I'm on about. And then obviously they put Hayden Christensen. There he is there. As for Ahsoka Tano, now she is an animated character, but you know they've given it's CGI'd that, or artistically painted. I don't know how they've done it, but it still reminds you of that character, of a more mature version of her, for example. But it works very nicely. But there's another Asajj Ventress figure that I don't have, that they tried to give her a realistic look. Now these are 2 figures that are based on how she looks in animation, but this Legacy Collection Asajj Ventress, which I don't own because I haven't particularly wanted it, they tried to base it on how they think or thought she would look if, for example, she appeared in an anthology movie or something tomorrow, you know. So, okay, so let's wrap this up now. Basically, I want to see a character like Asajj Ventress on a Clone Wars card back, because she deserves to be. She's one of the main characters. But I'd be interested to know how they present her. Probably something along the lines of this. I don't have that figure loose. In fact, that figure looks nothing like this card back, does it? It would be great to see her on a card back looking like that, echoing how she looks in that sort of thing, really, because that's how we've seen more of Ventress looking like that than anywhere else. But yeah, that's all you can say in it, really. I hope you understand what I'm going on about. The basic word on the matter is we've had only what Obi-Wan Kenobi, Anakin, Ahsoka. We'd like to see Rex, and I'm sure we'd like to see Ventress too. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out. Your master will not be pleased. That's what he says to Ventress. Obi-Wan Kenobi out. Only One Kenobi out.